Hey guys, it's October 15th. Man, where's October going? It's halfway through the month already. I thought it was just like the first or the second. Feels like that anyway. This is a really goofy fall. Usually by the second week of October the leaves are gone and on the ground. You can see a lot of the oak are really hanging on there. Still got some nice color though. Nice fall. Okay, so yesterday then, as you can see, I cut a whole bunch of these the other day, and I put the bug killer on them and stuff, so that I have spindles for my porch deck. I still need some more yet. I have more to plane, and I think I have about 50 more, and that should be enough to do the whole porch then. So I need to get these picked up and put into the garage. It's actually supposed to rain today, but I don't see a cloud in the sky. Huh. Maybe. Alright, so let me get these put onto the truck and get the other ones planed. And I might be able to get this done today. Well, there's 30 here that are done. There's 100 there, so that's 130 of them. And then there's another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 here in this pile. So I need to plane these. The other ones are plain. I need to plane these and then put the copper coat on them, and I should be in good shape with that then. And then I got to get onto the handrails. I started the handrails a couple months ago, and then something else came into view and I had to stop. So I want to finish these handrails up. In case you're wondering, all this wood is from the stuff that I cut with the sawmill. It's just a matter of how you choose the cut, the wood, and how you dry it. That makes it whether it's usable or not. Well, we got a bunch of these planed. Got a little bit yet to do. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18. About 20 more to do there yet. I'm not sure if that's all I'll need or not. I got to check it out. One of the things that you need to know about planing is when you're planing a lot of boards, like I'm planing especially pine, every now and then you get a little bit of pine sap, and it doesn't have to be much. It can be a drop of it, and what will happen is you'll get some on the stainless steel here, and when you put a board through, the pine sap actually grabs a hold of the board and won't let it move, even though the roller's, rolling in there trying to get it to come through. So what I do is I use this lacquer thinner, put it on a paper towel, and rub that stainless steel in there so it gets shiny looking, and then when I run the wood through it doesn't stick anymore. But you got to do that maybe, I don't know, maybe every hour or so. If you clean that, it'll help it to work better. Well, we don't have too many more. 1, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, and we're done with this, hopefully. Just a little, something extra. Keep it clean and you shouldn't have no problems with it. This is a good example here of how much sap goes in there. Now this is the stuff from the pine tree. So it's not that the water vapor is not down in the wood, because it is low. But this sap is still, it's sap in the tree. And comes to the outside and kind of dries out as the tree dries, but this stuff here is just on the outside of some of these sticks. So the problem with this is as you run your boards through, it tends to get stickier and stickier. Now I dumped some lacquer thinner and splashed it in there, and you can see that it comes up pretty well, but there's also some stuff here that's stuck really bad, little pieces there, and they'll come off. It's just that you can imagine that if you get pieces in the wood stuck that hard, the wood's not going to go through. So that's kind of the problem there. It's not the saw. It's not the planer's problem. I mean, it is a problem with the planer, but it's not like the planer's wasn't thought through or anything. It's not a bad planer, okay? There's a couple things here. If you look over here, you see how that thing is made there? You see over here how this one's up off? It should have been underneath this piece here, and it wasn't. This top is rubber here. Excuse me. This top is rubber, and it should have been underneath this metal to hold, you know, anything from going in there, but I just saw it. So that has to be cleaned, or not just cleaned, but put back to where it belongs. Yeah, so you can see how good that takes that off of there. Alcohol works too. Alcohol don't work quite as fast as this stuff, but it's not bad. You want to make sure the head's up pretty high, because if you look in the shiny part here, this is the cutting edge. So like my fingers against the cutting edge there, you got to be careful you don't have the head too low, and you go in there with your hand, you'll cut your arm all up. And that thing is sharp. It's like a razor. So alright, so I'm basically putting this away. I'm done with that wood that was on there. There's a little bit more on here yet. You can see how whatever it's not black is sap, and it has to come off because, like I say, it stops the board as it goes through. Now, it's not a bad idea to take these two bolts out of here and then take this cover off. Let me just wind this down a little so I can get this off of here. Yeah, you can see how dirty it is in there. Wouldn't be a bad idea to wipe the blade off. And you want to be careful because of the blade is very sharp. You just leave the towel kind of going there by itself. They're still cut good. There's no nicks in anything. And you can see it's building up with sap behind the blade there. Here it's not, but it is in the middle because that's where it's getting used the most. Should put a little something in here to scrape that out of there with. You got to be really careful. That blade's right there. You hit that your finger on there and you're going to cut yourself. So okay, I'm going to clean that off there yet a little bit better. That's just sawdust that fell down onto the tray there. So yeah, you know, if you keep this thing clean and clean off the tray there as you're running boards through it, especially pine, it tends to do well. So that's about it for today, guys. I don't know if I'm going to paint these today yet or not. It's starting to get a little bit cloudy up there. It's supposed to rain. And I don't want to leave these out in the rain, so I might put them away and paint them either tomorrow or the next day when it's not raining. Have a good one. You can see how many leaves are on the trees yet. And like I say, it's October 15th today. Really hard to believe that there's this many leaves on the trees. I mean, they're coming off pretty good, the maple and the beech, but the oak are hanging on to their leaves. Normally they're, you know, all pretty much gone by now. It is nice though, and the temperature is nice out. It's probably in the 60s, upper 60s. It's supposed to snow today, they said, but it's ended up being rain only.